Hello, everyone, and some technical problems there. And I'll tell you, if I can do this, anybody can. So, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Carole McDougall, and I don't think, oh, yeah, we're live. My name's Carole McDougall, and 10 years ago, I was made redundant from a job that I loved. I worked for a chartered surveyors, and I'd been in that job for many, many years. This really made me think about where we would be with our savings if I'd lost that job. So, so 10 years ago, as I said, I was made redundant from the chartered surveyor's job that I'd been in for many, many years. And it really made me think we would be with our savings. And I thought, what savings? Because everything we earned, we spent either doing up our house or going on holidays or buying cars and basically enjoying ourselves. So we didn't have anything to fall back on, no savings, nothing to fall back on in case there was anything happened. My husband and I bought our first home in 1985, and I was 21 years old. And we bought a fabulous house, and which we lived in for well over 30 years, and we only moved out of that 2 years ago. And I remember that feeling of excitement, being so young and owning my own house. At that time, the interest rates were 16%, which in this day and age in the UK is just, it's insane. And in 2004, I decided to buy our first investment property. And over the years, I witnessed how much property had increased and the interest rates had dropped. So I thought it was a great idea. And did you know that house prices double on average every 10 years? So when I bought this property, I made every mistake. I bought with emotion. I paid over market value. I didn't have a solicitor and certainly no mortgage broker. But I did work for a chartered surveyors and managed to persuade him to up the value and sort of to up the value in my favour so that I could get this property. I was prepared to pay whatever I could for it. And I decided I wanted this property and I was going to get it no matter what. So this isn't the way a professional property investor would act, but I wasn't professional. I had no training, I had no guidance, and really no clue. I was reacting with emotion rather than logic. I didn't work out my figures. I had no idea um, how to even do that. Um, I had no idea what my monthly outgoings were going to be or my incomings would be. To be honest, I bought my next two properties the exact same way, paid over market value for all three. Now, looking back, I truly wish I had more knowledge and so glad that eventually, 10 years later, I decided to surround myself with people who had done what I wanted to do. I invested heavily in my education, bought myself my first course and a private mentorship. And I saw the value in this. And to be honest, like there's no better value or no better investment that you can make other than in yourself. I would never be where I am today if it wasn't for investing in that course. So today I have a portfolio of properties, all making me money. My husband lost his job in 2015 and is now fully retired. And he plays golf several times a week. He does all the shopping and he looks after the house and he looks after me while I build our businesses. We are a partnership, although I am the face. Multiple income streams is something I am really passionate about, and especially recurring income streams. I know so many people who rely on jobs. I was one of them. And I worked for many years trading my time for money, making someone else rich. I actually never realized this and had just thought that it was how it was supposed to be. Since my husband and I have been made redundant, we now realize that working for someone else has no security whatsoever. The amount of people I have spoken to who have lost their jobs due to redundancy, illness, relationships breaking down, the pandemic. Gone are the days where employees valued their staff and pensions are virtually non-existent. You're only a number. There is no loyalty in the workplace anymore. These are all the things we cannot control, but what we can control is what we do. What we create and take control of is our own destiny. There's so many opportunities out there. For example, network marketing, property investment, digital programs, writing a book. These are the things that I have done, but are many, many more. We all have something inside of us to be more and create more, but it all comes down to belief and willing to learn the skills, give it time, and never ever give up. 80% of success is down to belief, and the other 20% can be learned. So when I understood that, I knew that I could learn the skills. I just had to believe that I could do it. So going back to my first ever investment property, the first of the three that I bought with emotion and got the chartered surveyor to up the value. The one I bought in 2004, it went on the market at offers over 85,000 a way back then. I paid £95,010 for it, and my mortgage is around £200 per month. My rent is £650, so the tenants pay me £650 per month. I could sell it today for around £140,000. It's not a huge capital growth for 17 years, but bearing in mind, in 2008, we went through the famous property crash. But for 17 years, I have made money on a monthly basis. I've had cash flow, and cash flow is king. The mistakes I made in the beginning, apart from paying over market value, was not getting a letting agent. I managed this property on my own, which was a big mistake. I have learnt my lesson, I can tell you that, through my mistakes. And, I'm grateful for that because you don't learn unless you make mistakes. I've had to pay for repairs and with new regulations, which all cost me money. But the figures have still worked. And surprisingly, they have worked. And I have been really, really lucky. But we can't rely on luck. My advice is to make sure your numbers work and have 2 exit strategies, which are, if you can't rent, sell, and if you can't sell, rent. Some books which that have really helped me over the years. The first one I read was Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Another one, The Success Principles by Jack Canfield, and Money by Rob Moore. Those 3 books have been invaluable to me. So fast forward to today. The last 3 months have been a whirlwind. I had an overwhelming feeling I wanted to attend this retreat, which I paid up front for, and I went, not knowing anyone. I didn't know what to expect, and to be honest, had no idea why I was actually going to this retreat. I now know why I went to that retreat, but at the time I didn't. At the retreat way back in June, we were all asked to do a talk about our business. And I decided to tell my story. I was once told by a mentor of mine that never ever underestimate your story because there will be something that will resonate with someone. So I did, I told my story, and after my talk, I spoke with my mentor who had advised me to take the accreditation route. So Anna, who was there, we had a great talk, and she explained to me the power and how valuable having a course that was accredited. And that's what I did. I am creating an asset to the business that I already have. So I am so glad to announce the property business now is passing accreditation, as well as I am in the process of developing a property investment diploma, which will equip you with anything you need to know to be able to get on the property ladder and start generating an income from that. Property is the most amazing vehicle to create recurring income, capital growth. You cannot go wrong with property because, like, there's a demand everywhere for it. So I feel extremely passionate about this diploma because I strongly believe that for everyone to be equipped with certain knowledge in business, especially when it comes to property, it is important to invest in a course which is quality checked and you can get acknowledged at the end by getting certified. So the future's looking really, really bright. And what I didn't realize was having a course that has been accredited, it gives you validity, I think is that a word, and and it creates an asset that I didn't have before. So thank you so much for listening to this. If you've got any questions, you will find me, Carole McDougall or Carole Mawson McDougall. And please pop in the comments on Facebook or some of the platforms. I will be more than happy to have a chat with you and see how I can help. So thank you very much. Bye now. Bye.